Hello everyone, I am Nunda the Second and welcome back to the channel. We are here with another UR2D2 video, and today we are going to be trying Jero's nurburgring track, as he made it very recently, and yeah, it does look interesting. And yeah, the cool thing is that I don't need to make any AI lines version because I already did the AI lines before Jeroni posted the track, and yeah, we shared like the save files and all of that, and so Jeremy could make the tracks with my AI lines in, and yeah, so the track looks very interesting, and certainly I'd say an improvement from Yuri's track, and and yeah, and not that Yuri's version was bad at all. I think it was a very good track, and it did hold on like for quite a while. But you know, it is an old track, and but yeah, I think Jero's track is a bit better, certainly a bit longer as well. The corners will feel a bit sharper compared to Yuri's version, and then it's like the final chicane, for instance, is a lot tighter and all of that, and yeah, but I think in in Yuri's version, the chicane feels a lot more like the GT layout rather than the Grand Prix layout. So yeah, we're gonna be trying this. We have a lot of tracks because by the time I'm making this video, we have like track testing, as we are in off season for season 17, which I'm really liking not racing, and because you know, seems like they're still using the same car, and I just don't like driving that car, the Format Sports 2 car. So yeah, we're gonna be doing 36 laps, and yeah, it should be very likely a two-stopper. Not sure if AI will do a one-stopper, but yeah, should be interesting how this goes. Yes, then go here in qualifying. As also, I could do this with GTW2. I kind of would like to do that, but I will have still a video done kind of recently. I mean, it was already a few weeks ago, maybe a month already, but it's actually my most viewed video. I think around 150 likes, or views, I mean, not likes. That would be cool to have that amount of likes, but yeah, we are a very obscure channel, playing a very obscure game as well. You can see also people who seem to be able to get like 1,000 views in some videos, which, you know, it's always cool. But yeah, we are not having the best of qualifying here. We are only P9, so we need to step up our game. I'm not sure if I can really win. I might be like second or third. I might be in the podium. Also, the stats, the car is very fast. It's like 720 kilometers per off speed. Oh my god, I was so bad now. We got a little improvement, but a lot of AI should be able to improve as well. Still in P9, I think. This is not good. It's certainly not looking good. And yeah, this gave AI, I think, not sure if it was 10 more turn rate, but plus 5 more speed, plus 5% extra speed. And yeah, it is 79 difficulty, which I think it's a very needed thing for two reasons. One, that AI can simply have more acceleration, or they at least get up to maximum speed a lot earlier, and it becomes very noticeable and annoying for me at least. And then it's the fact that AI just cannot keep themselves on the track with this type of car. They just go off track like very understeery out of a sudden. But here they can stay on track like with 79. Anything that is like 79 and lower than that, it's great. So yeah, it's pretty much how I've been doing. It's how I've been playing with like much lower AI difficulty. Then I do give AI more turn rates and more speed to compensate for the lower difficulty, while still keeping the AI with the lower acceleration. The AI can then stay also on track, like they don't go off track all of the sudden. So yeah, to see which type I'm gonna take, I'm gonna start on mediums. We also have noms on mediums. Also cool, like in the actual season, this is the season 8 grid, if you guys are wondering. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this track was racing in season 8. That's pretty much the main reason. And yeah, we did race on Yuri's version, of course. And yeah, for me it was obviously an historic race, as for the second time in my career, I have a chance to get that fifth win, that 5 win in a row, which was something that was never done in UL by anyone. My first chance was in Monaco, where it was back in season 6. I won the first 4 races of the season. Then we go to Monaco for the 5th race, but things just don't go well. It will be hard either way, because Noms was quite fast on that track. So fast that he could beat K on pace. So Noms really just pretty much love that track. And so with that, yeah, I had a really bad race. We actually have more than one race back in season 6 in Monaco. The first one we had a crash. On that first one, like the zebra crash. And yeah, and on that one, I think I got screwed up by rain, but Noms also got screwed up by rain, and I think he was like behind me somehow, I believe, which gave me confidence that I could win still in the end, because I feel like I was starting to pick up the pace, and I did believe that I was a bit faster than everyone else. I was just not faster than Noms, that's for sure. But I feel like I could still win that race because I was picking up the pace. And then in the second one, I qualified P6 just like in the first race as well. Because we had to restart everything, it was still in the first game. There was no, what can I say, damn it, there was no costume grid, there was no costume grid, so we had to restart qualifying and do everything again, and yeah, I still qualified P6, which is not ideal for a track like Monaco. And yeah, but I somewhat got up to third, but I was so shaky, doing a few mistakes, then Gamer at some point tries to overtake me in a very bad place. And with that, we had like a lag broken, and I ended up getting pushed into the pits because of that. So yeah, from there on it was a complete shit show. I lost so much with that, like it was so annoying. I was so stressed, so frustrated, I was so aggressive, dirty as well, like it was terrible. And I could only finish P5 that race, so yeah, it was a very frustrating one. But then fast forward a bit, we are in season 8. And the first race of the season I do not win, it was Bahrain. Vito's debut race, he did pretty well. The first race though, as we did 2 races in Bahrain, and in the first one, it was such a shit show at the start. Vito gets away. But then I'm finally like in second place, finally alone. I can like chase Vito, and I think I could have got up to him until the end. But then someone decides to join, someone with a bad connection decides to join the race. And suddenly, yeah, the server just crashes, and so we have to restart. And I could not qualify well. Vito once again gets away. Now this time I could not get away alone in second place. I tried to do like a one stopper, but yeah, it wasn't working well, because that Danny Mater was just splatting a lot, and it seemed like he was doing it on purpose. And yeah, it was a very terrible race in the end. I did push Vito off a few times when defending, Like I would go defensive, he would try to pass me on the outside, and then I would just break way too late, and I would always push him off. It was really one of my worst tries in terms of like driver standards. Not that I wanted to push him off, he was just doing like I was just being reckless. And yeah, I should have known that, you know, braking late and end up on the outside would cause Rito to get pushed off. But yeah, sometimes I would struggle with driver standards, I must admit. I think nowadays I'm certainly way much better. I do not see myself as a dirty driver at all. Like every incident I've seen myself doing lately, I have a good like explanation as to why it happened. There was one from season 15 in Hockenheim. It was like me and Sexy Digger. I ended up pushing him off quite wide, and the reason was like I was behind, I think, or something like that. Like not planning on overtaking that thing. But then Rito or Sexy Digger suddenly like touches the grass a little bit, and like suddenly I'm side by side, like on the inside, and I brake late very badly. It was like kind of a mistake, I think. And I don't know, it was kind of weird how it happened. It was very quick, and I absolutely messed up. But then later on, I did give him the position back. So yeah. And then the other one, I think it was like an unsafe rejoin. I think in Yokohama. But that one, it ended up happening. Like I entered with a very weird angle, like I was like perpendicular to the track. But the reason was that I was in a lag rocket with Kader, for instance, and so like I was in a lag rocket with him. I was trying to leave the lag rocket, and once I left, you know, the car is sort of like the position might end up. It's not totally controllable, let's say. And so that was what happened there. And yeah, but either way, we're just talking about driver standards. But then, so yeah, then Bahrain wasn't a good race. I think I got second place, and yeah, but then we go to the next race. What's the call? I think it's Sorcerer's. No, it's not that one. It's Sachsenring. Yeah, that's the name. It's like a MotoGP track, I think. It's usually used for bike racing. And essentially, like, what can I say? Yeah, I think essentially I took the win on that one. I initially wasn't looking great. This time it was Zenimator getting away, but then I managed to cut up to him, and then the rain appears in a very good time, I think, for me. And then I think I managed to like get away. And yeah, that was kinda it. I won by like 6 seconds or something. Then we have Brodok, and I had a race with Gamer, like a fight for the win. Although the start was a bit chaotic, I remember having like a lag rocket with Prometheus, but I somewhat managed to come back. I did like another cut, I think, which allowed me to be on Gamer slipstream, and that was great, because then I have like other tires. The track was quite big as well, so undercuts could be big as well. And yeah, then I did like quite a few undercuts, like a lot of them. Like what can I say? And yeah, so I did a lot of undercuts on Gamer, and eventually that meant that I had to do an extra pit stop compared to Gamer, but I would get softs while Gamer would be on mediums. So it was quite easy to catch, because it was certainly a soft track. I think the ideal strategy in terms of pace, at least, it was all about taking like smaller stints on softs, pretty much, because you couldn't extend the softs, but the track had a long straights, large corners mostly, and so it was a good track for the softs. So yeah, Gamer wasn't hard to catch, but getting rid of him wasn't easy. We had still like a big battle. I managed to do one of my best ever overtakes. It was one like in turn 2 there was like a little patch, like a little road on the outside of the turn, and I used that road, like it was like tinier. Some of you might know, like might remember this from Mustangard, where the track had also, like on the tightest corner of the track there's like an alternative road, so yeah, that's what that track had in Brodok on that turn too, and I used that and I made an overtake there. And yeah, I thought of that because of Jake Brad actually, because in some practice races Jake got some overtakes on me while doing that, so I decided to just replicate that in an actual race, and it did actually work. I was quite surprised, and I was like, holy shit. And even Goose was surprised when he was like commentating, like and yeah, I think it was like such an epic overtake. I even remember later on asking Jurist to like if he could share his POV when that overtake happened, because he was like a lap down. And so yeah, it was a very cool moment, I must say. Really like that. But then sadly the race had to end with the worst way possible, which was with me pushing like Gamer off on the final turn, sadly. Like, that's really how it happened. I have no grip on those tires. Turn was a bit tight, and like I go defensive, then I see Gamer try to overtake on the outside, so I try to cover the outside. But yeah, I did it in a very poorly way, and Gamer was pushed. And so yeah, it wasn't really ideal. Then the next race was in France, was in Le Mans Bugatti, the base one, and then that race, I remember it started like Inters, I think, or it started dry, but then the rain came in immediately in the first lap, and I think everyone pitted, or almost everyone pitted. It was like in the lead, like I got a very good lead at the start, but then I remember at some point Sobol was right ahead of me actually here. He managed to remove some of it as he like pushed me wide. I feel like it was revenge from Brodog, because Sobol and Gamer are like very good pals and all of that, and yeah, so he like pushed me off there. Like he had old tires as well, so you know, I really cannot complain, honestly. And I don't think I have the right to complain, that's pretty much it. And so yeah, I lost a bit of that gap, but still kept the lead. But later on, I have to deal with Noms, who started like in P10. He was taking the hard tires only, taking other people's slipstream, saving pit stops, and eventually I saw like him pitting at the same time as me, and we were like close, and I was like, how the fuck is this even happening? Like, how did he, like, how is he here? I was so freaking confused, and it was quite annoying. So with that, I have to like hold him off till the end of the goddamn race. And yeah, I remember also Sobol trying some weird tactics, but his tires was always so old that he couldn't do nothing, and we managed to pass him. I think we had to pass him like twice or something, not too sure. But yeah, it was interesting. It was quite funny. And yeah, then, oh yeah, then in the end I managed to win. I remember like celebrating, although I didn't exactly like the way I won, because the fact that Noms managed to gain so many places and go from so far behind and still fight for a win, while I was like leading the way, getting away with first place, and still I have to fight it. Like, but yeah, still a win. So third win in a row. Then we get into Valendonga, and on that one it was something different. I was a bit worried because it was a bit hard to overtake, so track position was quite crucial, and taking pole position was very crucial as well. And luckily I managed to take pole position, and right at the start I immediately block off the mushes, because I have to do that. I have to get on the inside line because otherwise it will be a huge risk of like having pushes pushing me off a bit later on that track. Like there's two corners, like 90-degree corners to the right, where if you are on the outside you can get pushed, and the thing is that you have gravel on the outside immediately, and wouldn't be ideal to get pushed off by him there. So I have to defend immediately to just try and keep the lead. And then like I had like a weird crash with Pamushes. I think I went into the racing line a bit too early, and we had like a lag rocket. And yeah, hit the wall, somehow survived, but Pamushes doesn't survive. I think he even goes backwards or something, or he gets a bit stuck on the wall. And he falls off quite a lot. I somehow survived. And then later, like on this exact same lap, in the first lap of the race, I still managed to get away from second place, like from the slipstream range, and that was such a good thing, like the best thing that could have happened to me, because that means I could just pull away basically, and pull away I did. Although I was still worried about gamer statics, because there were points in the race where I have to pass him, even though I kind of had like an extra. I was like had a pit stop gap or the advantage, let's say. There were still times where, I don't know, maybe Gamer could save one pit stop overall and we still had to fight or something. So I think at some point I started to take the mediums, because that was Gamer was doing. We was taking mediums instead of softs. But then I started to take mediums, but then luckily enough, the rain comes in when Gamer pitted, so it was like a pit stop gap or more like behind me. So that meant I have a good gap, like 7 or 8 seconds. So that meant that it was like rain, so that meant I could just stay out for one more lap to see if the rain would stay or not, like, because I have a good enough gap that even if I get undercutted a bit, I could still be in the lead. So that was my thought process, at least. So that's what I did. I waited, and it paid off, because some drivers went into the pits, like they pitted for Inters, like Gamer and all of that, and I saved suddenly 2 pit stops with that. And so this allowed me to just win the race by 15 seconds or something. It was such a huge lead. I think Solo ends up in second place actually on that race. And yeah, so with this I have 4 wins in a row. And then we get into this track, or we get into Nurburgring, which was a track where I kind of wanted to get some revenge, because back in season 5 I wanted to beat Nom so bad on the base Nurburgring, but I just couldn't. But yeah, this time we were racing on the Nurburgring. I was looking quite well in terms of pace. Noms I think was a bit on the back foot in terms of pace for that track. But yeah, I was certainly looking quite fast. It was a track that did require a lot of skill and practice for sure. And a lot of change of directions, like a lot of left, rights and all of that. I think it is certainly a bit different compared to this version that we are driving right now. And because this one it seems to have the turns a bit more separated, also looks bigger as well. And yeah, on that track there was one big thing, which was the grip was quite important, so the hards were certainly the best tire. And being on the wrong tire in the rain, like between the inters or wets, if you had the wrong tire there, you would feel the difference as well. So yeah, that was a crucial thing. But yeah, remember there was like a 5-horse race, let's say. It was like me, Danny, Gamer, Anti, and Noms. But then I remember at some point in the race I do like a very cool double overtake on Danny and Anti. Like it was such a smartly done move, I think, because I managed to predict Danny Mater's line. Like I could see where he was going. Like Anti tries to overtake him, then Danny Mater tries to like defend. It was on this turn here where he just goes wide, like I'm going, pushes Anti off as he was on the outside. And with this there was a lot of space left on the inside. I just take that inside line and I make the move there. And it was quite epic. I actually had the clip of that. And yeah, it was a very cool move. With that I took the lead. It's actually a very crucial move, because then I took the lead Noms was like trying to catch us or something. But it was an interesting race because there was a lot of different strategies. I think Danny was like just taking softs or something. I think, and then later on he starts to take the hards, I believe. But yeah, but then when it looks like I'm about to win, there is rain in the middle, like towards the end, and it's like light rain. I'm going to the pits to pit for the inters, but immediately the rain was going to end apparently, and so I think I went into the pit still, but I pitted for I think fresh mediums, I believe, and I was going to the end. Well, now pitted for the inters, so he was faster than me for like 1 or 2 laps, or like an entire lap, and it made a lot of difference. He managed to overtake me and all of that, but he had to pit again, and he did pit, and I think he went for soft tires. So yeah, fresher tires than me. Not sure if I just know that he would have better tires until the end of the race, and so he would be chasing me off. And yeah, I think he had to pass an animator who may have cost him some time, and I think that was also decisive. And man, I just remember like driving and trying to like don't make any mistake, and I was like so nervous there. But I remember my mom coming in. I was like, okay, I cannot be nervous because of a 2D game, or cannot really show that I'm nervous while playing a game. And so yeah, just try like my best to the end, no mistakes or anything. While seeing the gap just going away lap after lap, like now I'm just getting closer and closer. But luckily in the end I still managed to pull it off, and I won the 5th race in a row. Like, it was really crazy shit. But I think Nons was like 1.5 seconds behind or something like that. He was like maybe 1 or 2 more laps and it would be it. Like Nons would have won, but gladly I just managed to win that race, and so with that I made history with 5 wins in a row. And yeah, sadly couldn't make it 6, as in Portimao there was like some rain shenanigans which put some drivers like Jules and Sobel a bit further ahead. Well, they had like worse tires, so we managed to catch them, but then passing Sobel was an hassle, which Gamer managed to pass Sobel. I'm still convinced that Sobel had let him pass it, and he just proceeded to slow down everyone else, because yeah, Sobel says like that, oh, he was just trying to have some tactics to win races and all of that, but no way that Sobel was trying to win when someone had already passed him off, and then he was like slowing down everyone else, so pretty much letting someone else like take an easy win. Like that for me is something that you do when you want to like get someone else to win and not to win yourself. Like if you are leading the way and you are doing that, it's one thing, but when you're slowing down everyone else when someone else has got away already, like yeah, that's the thing, you're not winning a race that way, that's for sure. So I still think that was like Sobel doing some team tactics with Gamer, or in favor of Gamer, I think. So yeah, but then I took revenge. Like Gamer won on my home Grand Prix, so I win on his home Grand Prix 2 races later, after securing the title in the previous race on Lousy Ring. It was a small one. Some people have bad memories because the servers were not helping. We had like 3 attempts for that race, but in the end we still managed to do at least like half a race or something. And yeah, in the end it was a showdown between me and Noms. I think I did 1 extra pit stop, but I managed to catch Noms on the final lap and then pass him right at the end. And yeah, it was an epic one. With that I secured the title. And then yeah, then in Assen I managed to win again, although with some luck, because there was like a lag storm where Nom's car was like pushed by my flying car, because you know every car is just flying in a lag storm. And with that I beat K's record of having the most wins in UL at the time. So I was a 20 times race winner and the 4 times world champion as well. And yeah, I didn't exactly stop there. I did stop for a bit, but there were still other things that came after that were quite epic as well. And yeah, I guess that's it. As you can see, I pretty much ignored the fact that I was racing because yeah, this kind of sounds like I'm doing some post-race commentary, but actually I was literally just driving and speaking at the same time and not giving a shit about this race. Actually, which is funny, although was aware that at some point I got myself here in the lead and I have to battle with Pamushas who had like fresher tires and all of that, but I guess we still managed to pull it off. And yeah, I guess that's what I can say. And yeah, so what can I say about Sironi's track, about nurburgring? I'd say I think it's great. Decoration is certainly better. I think it's longer than the US version, and it does feel like the corners are a bit sharper and a bit more separated between each other, I think. So which kind of makes the track feel a bit bigger, which I do like actually. I think it's a great thing. And then yeah, the chicane at the end also certainly different, very noticeable. As you think he made the GP layout, no, the GT chicane, and he Gironi did make the GP chicane, so a bit different. And yeah, certainly a good track. I think a very cool one. I could see this track on the calendar for this next season. Actually, I think it might have some good chances. I believe, but we will see. Either way, I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you in the next time. Goodbye.